This is Coogan Cassius for IFL TV. We're at Box and Burn Gym here in Santa Monica, Los Angeles. With me, I have got Joe Gallagher. I was interviewing you yesterday, Joe, and then you had to go and watch one of your boys spar, so it was Quig, I think it was, so we didn't quite get to do it.
No, that's right. It was a busy day yesterday. It was continuous from like 10 o'clock to like 2:30 with lads in the ring sparring with world-class fighters, and that's what we're here for, so I apologise for that, Coogan, but fair play to Tony Jeffries. He's beasting them for me today now in there, especially after watching Jose's interview yesterday on iFilm London saying, well, we're not doing too much hard training in between the days sparring. The rest of the lads have absolutely given loads of stick, and Jose's getting beasted in there now.
Yeah, I just see Swifty, and he looked at me and went, don't put your camera on. Like, they looked like, fuck my language, but they did. You've been out here now for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah,
I think
weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah. I think Scott's been out here a little bit longer, hasn't he?
4 weeks. He came a week before me.
Yeah. You came here last year, Joe, didn't you? This time last year you were at the wildcard as well, wasn't you?
Yeah, the year before last it was. We came over in August, brought all the lads over just for the same type of thing. I've been over with Matthew Macklin, and I had a couple of good fighters, and I wanted to bring them over. There was Scott Cardle, Callum Smith was considering turning professional. I knew Liam Smith had a big year coming up, and I just wanted to see what the mettle and what the character was like, and I brought them over last time and they all passed with flying colours. Liam Smith has since gone on and become British and Commonwealth champion. Callum Smith's like one of the best prospects in the world. Good feature in Boxing Monthly today, and him as one of the 14 best prospects in the world, which I'm really pleased about. And like I say, Scott Cardle's going to fit, so it stood the test of time. Now we've come back again this time because the bar's been raised. Stephen Smith's in possibly a world title eliminator. Paul Smith's a fight away possibly from a world title. Anthony Crolla, same thing as well. And the likes of Callum Smith and all them, they've come back, and Liam Smith, to see how much progress they've made in the time since last time. And like you say, you walk into that wild card and it's a who's who of boxing. Anthony Crolla's sparred Denis Shafikov, who's fighting Vasquez for the world title. He sparred Ray Beltran. Can't get that sparring nowhere else, can you? Scott Cardle is sparring a 16-0 good hot prospect and a 23-0 Scott Quig, and you can't get that sparring at home, and it's free sparring. It's not like at home we have to phone around and arrange, and then he's with that promoter where you can't work with that promoter, or he's with that manager and won't work with that. You've got all that hassle to deal with at home, and you don't have that in here, and the lads thrive with it, and it's brilliant, and that's why we're here. It's money well spent, and it's an education, and for any fighter that didn't come over here and didn't want her, I would have been disappointed.
I mean, you know, from the outside...
Black Audi, are you, mate?
Who, me?
Black Audi?
No. From the outside looking in, it looks like it's an obvious why you would come here. It's, you know, LA and Freddie Roach's gym and Markard, but you truly believe that, you know, there is a difference in coming here and for these people, not just the sparring, but the whole environment, Joe, of being around people like that will benefit the fighters. People like Jose Burton, who's never been to LA before, so he's here and experiencing this for the first time.
Yeah, Liam and Stephen Smith, they were the two that couldn't come last time. Jose, for whatever reason, Stephen was just having a baby, but I'm expecting to do huge things of them. Stephen Smith had a fantastic year last year, 3 knockouts, great win over Buckland. And Jose Burton, 7-0, I think he's 9 or 10 in the boxing news. I needed to see what he was like away from home, because it isn't just about the sparring. At home when you're in the gym, you don't live with your fighters, you don't live with them. I don't know how they are after a bad day sparring, I don't know how they are after a good day sparring, I don't know what they get up to outside of the gym. I only see them when they're in the gym or in the track, but living with them you get more of an idea how they tick, how they like to chill, how they like to relax, and you have to know your fighter. And especially going into what I call going to war this year in the heat of the battle, I know how my fighters, I need to know how my fighters tick, and Jose Burton is one of them. And Jose Burton, I would say, is the success story of this trip. He's had a great, fantastic sparring. He's sparring the heavyweight that represents America in the World Series boxing. He's sparring Mike Tyson's son, D'Amato Tyson. Freddie Roach singled him out as one that's impressed him the most, and I'm like, do you know what? This kid, away from everything, at home distractions, everyone's excited about him, and he's enjoyed it himself, and like I say, he's championed this and that. But I do honestly believe, being around these surroundings, we've just been talking to Rashid Holloway in there, do you know what I mean? You just bump into other fighters and you're talking all the time, and Freddie Roach went out with something to eat last night, and you just pinch yourself like having that, and he was experiencing his knowledge and the experiences of other fighters, and me myself as a coach, I'm wanting to learn all the time, and I'm not sat at home thinking, yeah, we won 3 British titles last year, a world title. I'm like, I don't know it all, I still need to learn, because my fighters are getting to a bigger stage, so that puts me on a bigger stage, and I'm got to be putting my wits against the best in the world, so I need to come away and try and pick little things and see what it is that they're doing, and I think it's a win-win combination. I've seen back home it's the wettest January, yet we're over here, it's sunshine, the lads, they're on the steps today, they're off Griffiths Park tomorrow. They can't beat that, they're not getting wet and mentally down about it. It's fantastic, and not only that though, we've all come together as a team, and in a sport that's such individuals, it's great to see that the team bond between them all, and like you say, people comment on, there's half Scousers, half Manchester, Blackpool, Scotty Cardle, Quig from Bury, and we just get on. Boxing is a unique sport and a unique bonding thing, and like you say, this trip is a really good experience for the lads for this year coming up.
You've got British champions, like I said, you've got 1 world champion, English champion, Commonwealth champions. Is this year, Joe, you want to make them all basically make that step up now from whatever their level at? So people like Liam Smith, Stephen Smith, Paul Smith, all to make that jump now onto the world scene, because they're not too far off it, are they? All of them.
No, do you know what? He asked me that question last year, and I would have said yeah, because I thought everyone needed to step up last year. Stephen Smith needed to step up, he was operating domestic level for too long. Liam Smith needed the big push. Callum Smith was turning pro. Crawler had to come back and start again. What a fantastic year he's had. Matthews, Gavin Rees, Stephen Foster. It's just like, wow, that people forget he's what year. Liam Smith's had a fantastic year, and everyone had to now. I was young to lads saying I was retiring, because it doesn't get much better than that. Last year, 3 British champions, all the belts, we won 10 titles in 10 months or whatever it was, 12 titles, and it's just like 7 champions. It's like, how would you better that? But it's like the cycle, we've got to have a bad patch, but I just touch wood. It isn't got to be this year, it isn't that we've got to lose fights and everything else, but the level we're fighting has upped the game. We're having to up the game again, and hence why we've got to be prepared better and come away, experience, see what everyone else is doing, and come back. Like you say, Liam Smith, I met Canelo Alvarez the other day. You were with me, Coogan. I looked at him and went straight away. I thought, it's not that big. And I said to him when I come back, I said, it's not that big, Joe. I reckon you could beat him. And they all started laughing, but I'm like, nah, Liam. I just looked at him and I thought, nah, Styles and all that, I'd give you 12, 18 months and you're ready for him, Alvarez. Definitely. I think Liam's ready for Rabchenko and 2 fights. Do you understand that? That's the belief having the fighters, because I see them day in, day out what they can achieve. Anthony Crawler has been sparring Ray Beltram, Scott Quigg's been sparring good fighters. So yeah, they do have to step up, because they've put themselves up there, and like all fighters, when they retire, they want to know they tested themselves against the best. And this year, a lot of them have got to be tested, and they'll find out the true level. People will say, oh, they may got beat. Some will say they won, well, he wasn't that good. But to get where they've got to now is a huge success story anyway, from where they've come from. Stephen Smith's lost to Selby, now he's in this huge fight. Anthony Crawler's lost to where he is now. Paul Smith to where he is now. They're all success stories in their individual right. Do you know what I mean? Callum Smith, the heartbreak kid from the Olympics, he's voted the 7 best prospects in the world by the Ring magazine, the only British fighter in it. So from where they've come from over the last 2 months to where they are, is a huge success story. But we can't rest on our laurels. I fully believe and totally believe that they can push on to another level. Each one of them in 2013, they all had the best career wins. They've got to go out and do that again and show everyone that it wasn't a fluke this year.
You know what, I was in the wildcard gym yesterday, and I was watching Freddie Roach walking around in a Gallagher's gym t-shirt, and I thought, you know what, Joe's done it here. You know? So, but no, like I said, it's quite manic in that gym yesterday. It's just countless people in it. There's so many things going on. It's, you know, if you're just sitting back trying to observe everything, it's quite difficult. And
oh, definitely. I think I walked in the gym yesterday. Said, where's Freddie? Came up, he had a t-shirt on. I just looked at him, got his t-shirt on. I was just like, fucking hell, wow. Someone just please pinch me. It's just surreal what goes on there. Yeah. Last night, Jerry Ferrara out of Entourage was in the gym doing a workout.
Turtle, yeah.
Turtle and Mario Lopez, and they're just in there not being miving, and it's just like, wow, where are we? But like you say, it is surreal. I came out to you a few times saying, Coogan, come and watch this spar. An absolutely war going on there. But there's a war going on, but there's a lady on the bag, a keep fitter. There's 2 old guys sparring in the other ring. It's surreal, but there's no egos. But it's just a fantastic place. And Freddie Roach, he comes in, he just makes sure everyone's all right. He's an easy guy. We went out for dinner with him. He insisted on paying on it, and what what a beautiful human, kind human being he is. He's absolutely fantastic, and I can't sing his praises high enough. He's just an inspiration to everyone.
So you're just finally you're coming towards the end of your time here for now. So what's Thursday now? So just for the next couple of days.
Yeah, no, we're on the last of everything today. This is the last strength and conditioning session here. Last Monaco steps after here later on. Last spar tomorrow. Last swim tomorrow. And then last Griffiths Park Saturday before we head back. But it's been a good 2-3 weeks. Scott Quiggs put in like 70 round sparring over it. He's not fighting till April. But that just shows the kid there, and we had to break away from the culture that we got into England, which was, oh, you blow up in weight after fights. No, you don't. You stay in the gym, you stay learning. So when Quigg gets back, he's having a week off, and then he'll be ready for April. The rest of the lads, Burton's February, Cardle and Croller's March, then the Smiths in Liverpool on March the 15th. That's a huge night. Paul Smith could win the British. Stephen Smith could be near enough a world title eliminator. And Callum, well, listen, there ain't enough praise said about Callum, and hoping that'll change this year. But it's when you come over here, Coog, and you realise, and it's like we're going back home, and do you know what? I don't want to go back home. Do you know why? Do you know what? Because it's just all shit and bollocks back home, mate. Just a shit bollocks that goes on. And you come out here, and do you know what? People think there's somebody back home, and do you know what? They're nothing. No one's heard of them. They're nothing. This is where it's happening here, and this is the world boxing. This is where it is with Top Rank, Golden Boy, the Ring Magazine, everything else, and your Freddie Roaches and your Garcias. This is what happens, and people at home, and they're arguing, they're bickering about who can spar who and who can do this, and it's just shit. Boxing's a village, and everyone should just get on with it and all that. And instead of pulling people down and having a go at people, they should just turn around and just celebrate people's success over in here. They celebrate Freddie Roach, they celebrate the fighters from other stables that are here, what's up man, and all that type of stuff. It's just, do you know what, it's refreshing to see, and this is what makes you fall in love with boxing again. And like you say, the long-term goal for me is to eventually come over here, because England has to change, because England is just killing itself over there with the politics and promotional, managerial and trainers and managers taking this one to the board and that. And at the end of the day, fighters just want to fight, and let's just all get on. Let's make the best fights, and let's get on and deal with it, and that's all that matters. And then boxing can just bloom like it is over here.
Alright, it was very interesting comments. It's shame not everyone's as open and honest as you are, Joe, in the comments.
You've got to go back, and I've got to start getting sparring partners for kids now, and it's like, he can't spar him because he's managed by him, he can't spar him because he's with him, and it's just like, oh, over here everyone's sparring everyone, and it's just like, what's wrong with everyone back home? Do you know what I mean? It's just, everyone's just got to put the egos to the side and just get on, and it's about the fighters at the end. If there's no fighters, there's no trainers, no managers, and no thing. If people say, well, there's no TV, there's no boxing. There's no TV, there'll still be boxing, but be on a lower scale. Boxing will always exist, but it's about the fighters, and if we don't have the fighters, there is no boxing. First and foremost, it's all about the fighters.
100%. Alright, well, Joe, well, listen, enjoy your last couple of days here.
Cheers, thank you. Great for you to come out. Thanks for coming and filming the lads and all that, and hopefully we'll see you in the wild card tomorrow. I was trying to get you, and on the pads with Freddie Roach, we might have that, mate.
Yeah?
If you can get down to the gym tomorrow, I'm sure Freddie will take you on the pads.
Do you know what? Tomorrow we're actually we're going to India to watch Julian Ramirez fight, so I think we're leaving quite early on, but I'm going to try and catch up with Freddie. I'm here till next Wednesday, so...
Okay, well, if you've got to the wildcard, he's in at 7:30, 8 in the morning, come down, do an interview while it's quiet for him, get in, do a little bit of pads, I'll film you, and you can get an interview with him. You've got that in the bag then, because I know he's getting really busy. He's off to China, I think, in next week, the week after, something like that, mate, but it'll be really good. You can't come here and not invite.
No, I'll catch up with him at some point. Anyway.
Good coup the other day, mate, with Alvarez and all that, I seen. Absolutely belting that.
I made Alvarez and Angulo smile within the space of 10 minutes. I was quite happy.
No, not only that, the coup, people don't understand that interview. You were the last to interview him, and they'd been interviewing every single journalist for 2 hours, and the fact that they could still be how they were just shows the professionalism, and it's an example to my fighters. That's how you've got to be. You don't miss nobody out. You've got to do your job, not just in the ring, but outside of the ring, and that's it.
100%.
Brilliant. All right, Cougar.
All right, thanks, Joe, for your time, and
no problem, mate.
We'll catch up with you soon.
England.
See you back in England. Cougar and Cassius here with Joe Gallagher outside Box and Burn Gym for IFL TV. Thank you very much.